Welcome to our masterclass. It's masterclassing on warm-ups and commentate for competitions. In the first part, we're going to look at warm-ups and put together a guide for our younger junior members who help us out quite a lot so they know what we're looking for. There's two big key bits we're looking for in the warm-up. The first is getting warm and the second is the stretching part of the warm-up. We're looking for the warm-ups to last about 7 to 8 minutes in total, about 2 to 3 minutes getting warm and about 5 minutes of actually stretching. And for the juniors, it's good to introduce a few games as well. So first of all, the warm-up. Okay, always we're going to start with the bow, and then we just start the blood raisers, the pulse quickeners, just light bounces on the spot. Aim to do about 20 little bounces, then about 20 bigger bounces, then forwards and back, about 20 times. Good guide, keep the juniors going. Side to side, 20 times. A bit quicker, one leg forward, one leg back, getting about 20, and legs crossing. Jog on the spot, again just about 20 steps, bounces, keep it fast paced, keep it changing, one leg forward, one leg back, side to side. A good game that juniors can play is a sort of follow my leader, keep up style game. So when they're doing the jumping, they change between jumping side to side, jumping forwards and back, jumping up and down, little jumps, big jumps, and the others have to stay in time with them. You know you're ready to move on from this warm-up part once you see a little bit of rosy cheeks. People start to breathe a little bit harder and start to see a little bit of red cheeks. When we get to the stretching, we always work from the top down, that way we don't miss any body parts. So starting with the head, looking side to side, up and down, not too hard with the neck, here on the shoulder, and round in circles, but stop at the top. We come down to the shoulders, so big circles, where you say touch your shoulders against your ears, the other way. Down to arms, big circles. Again, elbows to ears, and back. And change, and then one going one way, one going the other way. The easy way to start this is to start with arms up and let them fall. Change and change. Again, we can do a follow my leader style game, so starting off going alternate, change, elbows up, out, circles, back, change, change, elbows up, out, and so on. Actually what we're doing is getting the body warm whilst we're doing these games, but juniors don't always realise this, but it's just a good fun way of getting engaged in a good warm-up. Once we're at the top half, go there and just pull the arms across and slow stretch, and change, and change. Do make sure that this is pulling the elbow in tight so it stretches the shoulder. Juniors being very young don't need stretching quite the same way as adults, we want to put good habits in place. And change, 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 about 10 on each side. Hands together, just circles the wrists again, as fast as you can go. Once we move down a little bit, we go down to the hips, big circles, slowly getting fast. So again, little circles, big circles, change directions, other way, stretch it up, and stretching down. When you look down, try and get your shoulders to your chest, don't think curve up, but look towards the floor, touching on the toes, and stretch up. And down, and up, and down. Try and keep legs straight, okay, don't bend them too much. And down, good. From there, okay, leg forwards. And now we're going to do 10 leg swings. Good, when we do leg swings, a little bit of effort, okay, I want to see, when I'm sitting there watching, I want to see that effort go in. So bring the leg up, we work the height up to different levels. And towards the end, which aim to hit the knee on the shoulder. And same always on the other leg. Start off medium height, each one higher. And number 10, hit the shoulder. Good. Just ease the hips off again, legs apart. So into box splits, try and work the legs out, get rock forwards and backwards, and push forwards. push back, and rock in, push forwards, push back, and rock in. So warm up the groin area, and bend the left leg, and sink slow, 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 and change. Again, slow, 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 quick change. It's generating heat all the time. Sink, 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 change. Again, we have a game, so it's change, 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 change. Sink low, change, and rock. So for juniors, it really is about getting warm. It's the most important thing. They are much more flexible than adults are. So all the warm-up is about keeping them warm. Legs a little bit further, we work our way down. For those juniors who can do the box splits, restrain them, don't have to do it straight away, tell them they need to warm up and go down gently first of all, so 3 times before you go at full distance. Again, work out. This time I'm going to look at my knee, but not just with my head. Chest down, chest down. We're changing. Yeah. An alternative we can do from here, still in this box splits, is opposite hand to toes, but aiming to twist. We're aiming to keep the body central rather than moving the body as much. This now works as core. Okay, good for adults too. Now rock, and now a little bit further. And rock. So now working the ground stretches. Always start off with butterfly stretch. So legs are nice and tight. The tighter in, the more stretch you'll get. Again, generate the heat. Bounce in. Use your elbows, grab your toes, push down, pushing down, again bounce. For any stretches, 3 times is the rule. Push down, bounce, and push down. Again, the 3rd time, trying to get our knees as low as we can. Okay, we get as children again, you can get the knees flat, pull the legs in tighter, push down, work it down. Get the legs out. Okay, another game we play with students again is just his legs in, legs out, sharp, so legs in, bounce, legs out, shake them loose. Shake, 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 shake. Legs in, legs out, legs in, legs out, and just pull down. And stretching back to the legs. It's okay if we go floppy, but toes to the ceiling all the time, always toes to the ceiling. Pull down. Again, we're aiming not to get the head down, but to get the body down. Pull down. And again, we'll do this 3 times. And legs apart. Again, from a sitting position, we're looking for one head to the left, right, and centre, but not the nodding that we see in the juniors. So looking for the stretch to each side. Stretch to each side. When we've done that, legs in, again 3 sets on each side, and stretch 10 on that one if you want. Then we do the hurdle stretch, finish off. Tuck one leg behind, a nice L shape. We do this from both sides. Twist, good for twisting the back. And we go head down to the knee, and twist. Do 10 of those, leg up. So a nice stretch here. Again, for the older juniors, just push this leg forwards a little bit, so you get more of a stretch. And this leg I want to stretch here. Push back my elbow quite hard. Leg over, and pull it in, hug it in tight. Just stretch all around here. Good stretch for adults as well. And shake loose. Exhale to the hips. And shake loose. Part 2 of our masterclass this time is about freestyle techniques. And freestyle is often known as kumite. And we're looking to kind of develop the core skills, particularly in the juniors, that you need in kumite. There's certain rules in a competition. The rules are that when you score a point, it's scoring zones are anywhere in the chest, anywhere in the back, around the head, but there's a couple of places to avoid. So avoid the back of the neck, because it's quite dangerous, and you avoid hitting the nose and the mouth, because they're likely to bleed, and the rules are quite strict in the competition. If you make someone bleed, you'll be disqualified. So we always have to be careful about hitting those regions, because a gentle punch can sometimes cause someone to bleed, and it's not what we're after. When we're freestyling, what we're looking for is clean techniques. That punch is locked out, that at the end of that there is a ki. Techniques won't score if there's no ki. So if you're practicing with juniors at home, practice with the ki's as well, because they've got to get into the habit of scoring and kiing at the same time. The most common fault for juniors is that they'll stand in one position. What we want to develop is the getting in and out. And then we go on to getting in and out of certain techniques. Some of the clips coming up in a second, there's a range of techniques we're using, we'll discuss those, perhaps for some of our higher grades. But for our younger juniors, I want to play a game with them at home. And the simplest thing is to have a target on yourself. Or you can tuck a sock into your trousers and get a cushion. And the aim is to hit them with the cushion every time they try and come in and grab the sock out of the sort of top of your belt, or they kind of punch the target. And what we're working on is getting them to come in and out. And now you work on the shuffle, and I'll show that in a second. So work on the shuffle in and out. So not staying in a zone where they can be kicked or punched, and they're not chasing, because the risk of chasing is someone counters and they get caught out. So the shuffle, we're looking for pushing off the back leg. We can step with an attack, but a step's quite slow and it's easy to see coming. It's better to have a shuffle off the back leg, and it's hard to see coming and can be quicker when done properly. When juniors are going in or when adults are attacking, we're looking for a combination. Again, the next biggest problem with freestyle is one attack. So we come in with one punch, it's blocked, and we move away, and we don't get anywhere. We're looking for 3 attacks. 3 or 4. We're looking for 3 attacks, so we go in, it's 1, 2, 3, and away. And those basic combinations will make students very successful. The biggest scoring technique in a freestyle is Yakuzuki reverse punch. For all the other combinations, it's the punch that scores the most points. Kicks can score, but kicks are easy to block, they're slower, and often miss. And you have to remember that juniors have a reluctance to hit people, and rightly so. And sometimes when practicing freestyle, it's important we bear in mind the areas they're most confident on scoring them. An example, they're less likely to hit the head, but they're more likely to hit the stomach. So a combination could be a dummy to the head and score on the stomach, shuffling in and out. What this means is they'll go for the head, their opponent won't believe that they're only focused on one area, so the opponent blocks high and the junior scores low. So we're looking for a simple combination they can practice with you, which is to shuffle 1, 2, and away. And again, if you want to add in a third technique, brilliant, so it's 1, 2, and away. So it's 1, 2, 3, away. And away. 2 combinations you might see on the video coming up are an attack followed by a kick, or a kick that leads into an attack. Often, when we leave with a punch, someone moves a short distance away. So a good strategy is to leave with a punch, but follow through with a kick, particularly something like a thrust kick. Because the distance gets much bigger, our opponent doesn't move away fast enough. So the kick closes in that gap. When we lead with a kick, our opponent moves a big distance away, and the follow-up punch is always too short. So consider using a punch first of all, even a short punch because it's a dummy. We're not always aiming to score, follow through with a kick off either leg. So front leg wash to drive through. So we can keep it simple at this stage, and in the videos have a look for those combinations where you see a junior or an adult attack with either a punch followed by a kick. They're using 3 punches and they're also getting in and out, and they're the key skills you want to get in and out. Remember, play that game at home with juniors. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, six. spin. Yeah, Mario. Make it. Stand still now. Stand still, ready? Stand still. Yeah. 2. 1. 2. Must touch. 1. 2.